All right, we are live for MLB Picks on July 9th. Um, been a good last couple weeks or so looking to keep it rolling here. Oops. Yep. Anywho, yeah, been a good last couple weeks, so looking to keep it rolling today. Hopping into our first one, Dodgers Phillies. Total is over 9, and that is what I am playing. First off, you got Bobby Miller on the bump. We all know how shaky and rough he has been. So I have no problem with this Phillies team. I know they're without Harper and Schwarber, but if we look at the weather today, it's a hot one. It's going to be 93 degrees with a 54% humidity. Wind is blowing directly out to center at 9 to 10 miles an hour today. Bobby Miller's given up a home run in every outing since he's been back. I think every outing of the year, which, 6 or 7 games, I believe. 6 games, he's given up 5 home runs. So all but his first game against St. Louis. And at home, he's been better. 2 earned against Arizona through 5, and then 0 against St. Louis. But once he hits the road, Chicago 5 in less than 2 innings. At Minnesota, he gave up 2 in 4 innings. Colorado 5. That'll happen. And then the White Sox, he gave up 3 in 2 innings. He's had 3 walks and four of his in his previous 4 starts, and he's only gone over 4 strikeouts once this year. Otherwise, he's just been not striking out guys, walking them, giving up a big home run. Runs are pouring in, and on the other side, Zach Wheeler, he's been sharp. There's no way around that. But um, where are his stats? Right here. His xFIP, he's sitting at 220 right now with a 339 xFIP. Um, he's he's due to kind of regress a little bit here. I mean, he's had a couple of lucky games. I mean, that Milwaukee game at home, he had the bases loaded in the third inning with no outs. The Brewers couldn't scrape across anything. Miami put up 2 on him. Arizona only 1, but I mean, he has been giving up some runs occasionally here. I mean, Miami 6 again, 4 to Pittsburgh at home. Baltimore put up 8, which can't really hold that against him, but um, he's he's been solid. This total is absurdly high, which makes me believe that the Dodgers are going to actually put together a little something against him today. Um, if we just look at Dodgers versus righties the last 2 weeks, they're sitting fourth. They have a 9.4% walk rate, 23% K rate. They're slashing 248, 323 with a 430 and a 182 ISO and a 115 WRC plus. And batted balls here, they're sitting middle of the pack, 31.5% hard hit, but they do have a 35% fly ball rate. And also with Philly, um, they're not hitting the ball hard. Excuse me, as they were only 29%, but it's Bobby Miller. And they have a 41.5% fly ball rate. So it's going to be hot, humid, winds blowing out 9 to 10 plus today. Couple that with the bullpens here. Dodgers third worst in the last 7 days here. Um, they are allowing teams to slash 305, 392, and 543. They've given up 6 homers, 21 earned, 14 walks, 26 strikeouts. They have a 7.36 ERA. I'm not really too worried about the ERA as much, but and then if we go to the batted balls here, Philly 35% hard hit rate, which is seventh highest, and right below them is the Dodgers with a 35% hard hit rate, and Dodgers bullpen 42% or 44% fly ball rate and 37% for Philly. So I know Philly's missing some of their guys, but Dodgers have been hitting the ball well. Bobby Miller is a recipe to just get hit up, and it's hot and windy today with 2 bad bullpens. I'm playing the over 9 in this one at -110. Next, Oakland is headed to Boston here, and I am playing Oakland's team total over 4.5 at +105. Well, obviously it's Brian Bello Day, so it's really not too much to really defend this guy. I mean, if you look at his recent game logs, at Miami, 1 earned, congratulations. Gave up 7 at home to Toronto, 4 at home to the Yankees, 4 at home to Detroit. Washington got 2 on him. Angels got 2. Baltimore had 1 earned. They scored 3 runs in 5. And so, I mean, he's just been giving up runs all year. And as of late, I mean, he's given up 5 plus in 1, 2, 3 of his last 5 games. Um, so he's been getting touched up. And the bullpen, Boston's bullpen, if I could find him here, they are. I just saw them. There we go. They're ninth. They have the ninth highest xFIP today, 480 FIP with a 456 xFIP. So yes, they're gonna do to progress a little bit, but they only have an 18.4% K rate, 8% walk rate. They're allowing teams to hit 283 with a 146 WHIP and a 306 BABIP. And here's the kicker: 53% left on base percentage. So they have not been too good. I know they played decent in that Yankees game. They got shelled on Saturday, but other than that, they played pretty well holding that offense in check. Even though New York is slumping a little bit, it's still an offense that can erupt like we saw on Saturday. And on top of that, teams are slashing 283, 330 with a 457 slug. They've given up 15 earned, 19 runs total, 4 homers, and 8 walks in the last week. And then if we move over to the batted balls section, they have a 43% fly ball rate, 26% hard hit. So, I mean, it's not terribly hard, but if you look at the weather today in Boston, it is blowing out towards the Green Monster at 10 plus today, 85 degrees with 67% humidity. So it's going to be a hot one out there. And then if we go to look at Oakland here versus righties, last 2 weeks, they haven't been lighting the world on fire, but 8% walk rate, 26% K rate. They're slashing 231, 294, and 371 with a 93 WRC plus. And then if we go to the batted balls here, they have a 41% fly ball rate and a 30% hard hit. So, I mean, they're getting the ball in the air. It's not the hardest to hit balls, but they're still getting the ball in the air. And when it's going towards the Green Monster, that's all that matters. It'll bounce off, get a double. Maybe it sends over. And Bayo has not been sharp. This bullpen, also coming off of the Yankees series, huge series for them just to get back into the divisional wild card race here, or not divisional, they're not going to win it, but the wild card race. And now all they have is just measly old Oakland coming in, and you're sending Brian Bayo to the bump. Oakland has scored 5 plus in, I believe it was 5 of their last 10 games. Let me look real quick. Last 10 games. Yeah, they put up 19 on Baltimore, which, complete outlier, but 1, 2, 3, 4 other times. So if you want to disregard that, 4 of the last 9 games, they've put up 5 plus. And then once we hit the road here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 also. So they're about 50%. So they have the ability to. You're sending out one of your worst pitchers in Brian Bayo, who just gives up contact. And the bullpen has been sharp, but they also have gotten lit up. And the weather today is not going to do them no favors. So I am playing Oakland over 4.5 at plus 105 in that game. Next, we are back in LA tomorrow. Rangers minus 172 on the money line, and the Angels plus 142 with an over 8.5 total. If we look at the weather quick, 82%, 82 degrees, winds blowing out to right field at 7 miles an hour, and it's 53% humidity. LA is already a hitter's park, so now it's going to be a nice hot day. Winds blowing out. That's perfect for Texas. And Texas first righties the last 2 weeks, they are climbing again. They're top 10 now. 6% walk rate, 21.4% strikeout rate. They're slashing 279, 330, and 424 with a 145 ISO and a 111 WRC plus. If we go look at the batted balls here, they're seventh in hard hit percentage at 35.5. They've got a 39% fly ball rate. Um, and if we go over to Ronzi Contreras, he's not going to go more than 2 or 3 innings. He's just a going 2, 3 innings. Yeah, he's gone 3, 1, 3, and 2.2 in his last 4. He started the last 2 both against Oakland. He gave up 2 earned, 1 earned, no home runs, 5 walks, and 3 strikeouts, and a little over 5 innings, and 7 hits. So, um, you know, he's all right, but it's essentially just a bullpen day for LA. And if we look at LA's bullpen, not great. Highest xFIP on the board today. They have a 473 FIP with a 526 xFIP. 20% K rate, 12.5% walk rate, 120 whip. And if we go to the batted balls here, where are they? There you go. 33.3% hard hit, 53% fly ball rate. That is absurdly high. And now you get to send out a bullpen day against Texas, who's started hitting the ball really well. Wyatt Langford's come around. Corey Seager hit a nuke last night. Marcus Semien looked pretty good. This team's just kind of rounding into form now. So you're going to send out a bullpen day versus a team that's starting to get hot, can hit the ball, and this Angels bullpen is just atrocious. They also have I just saw this. Oh, I gotta find it. Regardless, they had about a 74% left on base percentage too. So it's decent, but it's not that great. And you're gonna send out bullpen day for one of the hotter teams right now who are scoring runs, hitting the ball hard, getting it in the air, and a bad bullpen that's allowing a lot of contact and fly balls. So I'm taking Texas on the run line here. Also, it's Scherzer day. Forgot about that part. It's Scherzer. He's been solid. His xFIP is decently high, but I mean he has played San Diego, who has been hitting righties really hard lately. Baltimore on the road, and then he played Kansas City. 1 hit, 5 innings, no earned. So the other 2 off San Diego, Baltimore, much better offense than LA, obviously. If we want to look at the LA stats here, they are sitting 17th, middle of the road, 7% walk rate, 22% strikeout rate, slashing 250, 319, 376 with a 126 WRC plus. Batted ball wise, they are bottom 10% or bottom 10, I believe. Nope, they're middle of the pack, 31%. Only a 38% fly ball rate, but we're going to couple that in with Texas's bullpen. Texas's bullpen has been much better lately. They have the 3rd lowest xFIP on the board at 3 with a 274 FIP with a 3 xFIP, 28% strikeout rate, 5% walk rate, 230 average, and a 107 whip. They just sent out Urania last night. So he's out of the way. We won't have to worry about him. Robertson got used a little bit. He should be available, but Texas bullpen, 36% fly ball rate, 24% hard hit percentage. And if we look at the lob percentage, 82% left on base. So much better. I don't have much fear in this Angels lineup. I don't think anyone does. The Dodgers can just put it all on 1 inning. They can do it multiple innings. It's just what they've been doing lately. So I have no problem backing them on the run line here in LA tonight. And then the final play that I have for now is the Blue Jays at San Francisco. Total is down to 7.5 now, but Blake Snell makes his return, and I'm just going to target him. Kikuchi does have a little bit better numbers on the road. And San Francisco has been starting to slip a little bit versus lefties as of late. They're down to 17th. They were top 10 for a minute, so they're starting to slip a little bit. I don't really want to back them. I think Kikuchi will actually have a pretty good game, but I am fading Snell. Yes, I know he had good outings in AAA again, but that was AAA. He did that last time, came back and got absolutely shelled. And if we look at these game logs here, entire year, I mean, he came back. When did he come back? May 22nd. Four earned to the Pirates on the road at home. Philly, three earned, 4 runs, home run, 2 walks, 7 strikeouts, and then the Yankees got him for 3-2. Now I know I see a lot of people are on his strikeouts. Toronto's not a huge strikeout heavy team. They're actually middle of the pack, 21%. But Toronto is hitting lefties very well the last 3 weeks, slashing 302, 357, and 491 with a 189 ISO, 142 WRC plus, and they are third highest hard hit percentage in the last 3 weeks. They have a 38.3 against lefties with a 33% fly ball, 15.4% home run per fly ball. I know it's in San Francisco at night, so you get that bay effect, but it's blowing out 9 to 10 miles an hour, 64 degrees, and it's Blake Snell. If he comes back and he finally figured it out, so be it. But him and Jordan Montgomery have had real tough times this year, considering no training camp for either of them. And it showed. They've just been getting rocked all year. So Blake Snell making his return after about 4 weeks or so. I just don't have any faith in him to get this done here. And 3.5 is low enough where I have no problem taking that. And if we're going to look at the bullpens here, San Francisco's bullpen has been pretty good. Only a 23% hard hit, 30% fly ball. But they do have a 15% home run to fly ball rate. And they do have the fifth lowest xFIP on the board at 313. 24% K rate, 6% strikeout. Teams are batting 242 off of them with it, and they do strand about 88% of the runners. So on paper, it doesn't look pretty, but I think Blake Snell can easily give up 3 or 4 runs alone tonight. I'm sure he's probably going to go 5 innings. That's where they'll cap him at most. If he makes it, he hasn't even gone 5 all year. 3, 4, 4.2, 3.1, 4, and 4.2. So if he makes it through 5, they're gonna pull him. Otherwise, if he doesn't make it through 5, it's because he's getting hit up and Oakland scoring runs. So I'm going to back the Oakland team total, or Toronto's team total over 3.5, minus 125. So here, just a little recap of the plays I have so far. Dodgers and Phillies over 9 tonight. A's over 4.5 at plus 105. Rangers run line at minus 105. And Blue Jays over 3.5 at minus 125. I didn't have all the lines available. They didn't drop offshore until I think there were 4 or 5 of them that weren't out last night. So I'm just going to look at some today. If I do add more, I will tweet them out under this video. And I always tweet them everything out about 30 minutes before first pitch. But other than that, that is going to do it for the day. Thanks for watching. Good luck, and let's cash some tickets.